welcome back. Let's now dive into some art and culture this morning. Namibia is about to experience its first ever jazz, or rather international jazz festival. Now, how does it feel to be part of this historic moment? This is going to be one of the conversations we're going to be having here this morning. We're going to be having this conversation with Camillo, who's of course joining us from Cape Town to of course tell us more. He is a musical director who will be talking to us about the jazz sensation Jimmy Dludlu, one of the artists, who is ready to set the stage on fire at the Namibia, of course, International Jazz Festival. It's going to be taking place at the Namib Desert, of course, later on the 18th of March to the 19th of March 2025. A very good morning to you, Camilo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me on the show, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. It's going to be quite an interesting festival that we're looking forward to. How does it feel to be part of this historic moment for this year?
Yeah, it is exciting. The Namibians are in for a treat. You've got big names coming to you, you know, and I think Camillo has really backed that program full with some awesome musicians and artists to come and entertain.
Yeah. And I know when you speak of very interesting names, you're talking about Jonathan Butler, Peter White, Elan Trotman. We're talking about Marion Meadows, Porto, Jimmy Dludlu, who you of course represent. We also have some local sensations such as Suzy Eises and more. Perhaps talk to us about who you are looking forward to seeing more, rather whose performance you can't wait to see on stage, or rather what Namibians can expect to see when the date of this event, of course, comes.
Yeah, I'm currently musically directing Jimmy Dludlu's music with his band. And as you know, Jimmy is the guitar maestro of Africa. Yeah. And, you know, a pioneer in his industry. And so Jimmy is preparing a set of music that is going to have everyone on their feet.
And, you know, let's talk about the genre a little bit more. Jazz is all about storytelling. It's about quite a lot of passion that actually comes in this genre. Talk to us about, you know, the journey you hope to take, or rather you hope Jimmy to take to the audience with his performance, and how you know he will actually be doing that with the celebration of jazz.
Yeah, look, incidentally, his last album that we released a few years ago is called History in a Frame, and it's strange that you were mentioning storytelling, but Jimmy really tells us the African stories through his music, you know, and if you know Jimmy, as rich as Africa is in its minerals, Jimmy brings out the music minerals in his songs. An exceptional songwriter. And so, you know, we are also paying tribute to some of the legends that he's worked with over the years, like the late Brahima Skella, late Brenda Fassie, Moratella Queens, divas like Judith Sapuma. He's going to incorporate some tributes to these people, these great jazz musicians as well. But as you know, Jimmy's music is extremely energetic, and you know, the musicians around him on stage are skillful, and they will also be, you know, performing at a high level with him.
Yeah. Now, this year's Jazz Festival, we understand it's going to be a fusion of nature and music. That's why we understand it's going to be taking place in the Namib Desert. How, you know, what excites you most about, you know, this performance, or the difference in performance for this year's location, and how this collaboration of nature and music and jazz, how it actually, you know, blends well together?
You know, I think the setting is absolutely perfect, and you know, having the stage in the desert itself is like an oasis in the desert where people can come and drink from the music of life. You know, so I think with your sunset in Walvis Bay, it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I want to encourage people, you know, to attend this festival. It's going to be one for the books. really a watershed moment for the Namib Desert. And with all the artists on the lineup, like you mentioned before, Elan Trotman, I worked with Elan a few years ago as well. He's going to do a tribute to Marvin Gaye, and absolutely wonderful artist, Jonathan Butler. But Jimmy, he brings the African feel. So you've got that African desert as a backdrop, and you've got African music ringing in your ears. You know, the setting is magical.
So what you're saying exactly is that this location is going to blend very well with how Jimmy Dludlu is actually, makes his music and how it actually comes out.
Absolutely, John, I've worked with Jimmy for many years now, and I've seen him evolve as an artist, and I've seen his music also evolve, and so I think having him at the Namib Desert is a treat. It's going to be a treat for the people. Yeah. He's a living legend, and he should be honored as such. And I think, people should not miss out on this one. It's definitely going to be one, a moment in time where it's going to be a once-off. And I don't know if Jimmy's coming back to Namibia, but they should really come out in the droves and support this event.
Absolutely. And I know you wouldn't want to let the cat much out of the bag for this performance, but perhaps just give us a little bit of a sneak peek into what we can expect from Jimmy's set list come the 18th and 19th of March.
I believe in the element of surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I think I should, just give you a couple of clues. He's got a lot of hits, but some of his hits, he's going to definitely be performing at the festival. We've got Point of View. He's got Linda on the set list. He's got Corners of My Soul. Motherland, and some more Jimmy hits that you can expect. Savala, Man Who Lost His Shadow, So we've only got an hour performance, but he's going to pack that performance in with many of his hits that he's produced over the years.
Absolutely. Now, lastly, for those who haven't grabbed their tickets yet, what would you like to convince them to be part of this unforgettable event? Where to buy the tickets, other costs, or perhaps any other information that you'd like to share with them, especially Jimmy's fans?
Yeah, to the listeners out there, there's gold coming to the desert, and if you don't come to that concert, you are going to miss out on gold. It's a golden opportunity. It is a moment in time where time is going to stand still, and the music is going to take over and play. And with that sterling lineup, you cannot miss out. It's like I said, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for our people to get out there, book their tickets, get their seats, and come and just relax and unwind and enjoy, and just be present at the festival.
Absolutely. Camilo, thank you so much for your time to share us all this information with us. Of course, Namibia awaits for you. The Jazz Festival awaits. Of course, you can't wait to see you and the team from Jimmy to come and give us an exciting performance for this Jazz Festival. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning.